What's up, guys? This is the Wish You Your Beer show.
Hey everyone, it's Tiffany and Daniel from the Wish You Were Beer Show, and we are here with Russ from Oozlefinch because they have a big event going on tonight for a new side project. But none of you all have met Russ, so
most of you have met Jason.
Correct.
We remember Jason from being on the show, but
Right.
This is actually Russ. He's the owner of Oozlefinch, and he was kind enough to let us hang out with him back here for a few minutes and talk about your new, I say side project. Is that the right term?
Yeah. Side project. Yeah.
So remember on the show, Jason actually talked about them bringing on a different project and trying to get back to what they consider to be
the nostalgic beers.
that kind of got a lot of people into this industry or into beer in general, which is where Nost comes from, right?
Yeah, so Nost is the root word for nostalgia. It basically, in a sense, describes the feeling that you have when you're coming home, or it's like a homecoming. And when you've been away from home for a long time and you're there, it's that sense of comfort. And so for us, it really was more, I mean, there's a lot of things that kind of went into this decision and doing what we're doing, but it's, it was a thing to give Rachel the opportunity to kind of do what she is passionate about and what she wants to do. The fruit and sour thing is my passion, and that's what I love. And so that we've kind of went that direction, and Rachel's been here killing it and doing that for a long time. So this is really, an opportunity for her to shine and really show folks what she can do outside of that realm. We have done some lagers and stuff in the past, and more traditional style beers, but we feel like it, or at least I do, I feel like it doesn't garner as much attention as it should. And so, the craziness and the experimental and everything kind of get in the way. And so we kind of look at this as an opportunity to have a clean break from that scene and really let Rachel hone in and shine where she is passionate and on which, we all feel she does best. And quite honestly, it's what we are drinking ourselves. And so it's exciting to have beer that is an everyday drinker, here in house. So.
And for those of you that don't know, Rachel is the head brewer here at Oozlefinch. I think we talked about her on the show with Jason, actually.
Yeah, it was the first time.
And we are 100% going to steal Rachel away for a minute or two as well and let her explain her side of things now that you really set her up.
Yeah.
You really set her up. Man, I hope the stories match.
Me too.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I have my side.
Exactly.
I don't know. Yeah,
exactly.
It definitely is it is a thing to let her kind of spread her wings and do some stuff she's excited about. So.
Yeah. And we are now here with Rachel, who is the head brewer here at Oozlefinch, who's also going to be involved in the Nost project, from what I understand. They didn't cut you out of it, right?
Oh, I guess not.
I guess not.
I should have.
Still on the payroll. But Rachel's been brewing here for Oozlefinch almost since I've known Oozlefinch in a lot of capacities.
Yeah.
Very well known for the sour game, but what's more exciting for you coming out of that piece of things and getting back to some of the nostalgic brews that make up Nost?
Good intro.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we are starting Nost, which Nost is the Greek root for nostalgia. And the main purpose of that and what we're most excited for is kind of bringing it back to traditional style beers. Just things that we all fell in love with when we first started drinking beer. Things that we all still enjoy drinking, but it's gotten kind of lost in the crazy mix of where beer is going with the heavily fruited adjuncts, and obviously that has its place, and we're all excited about that as well. But having a mix of different things and being able to enjoy a couple pints of Pilsner or whatever it may be is always great as well.
Speaking of which, what are you drinking?
I am drinking Wistful Affection, which is an Italian style Pilsner.
Fancy. And Tiffany, you're having...
I have the dark Czech lager, which is called Death by Nostalgia.
Death by Nostalgia.
Okay,
yeah,
I was like,
yeah. I honestly wasn't sure if you was going to remember that name.
That I was not prepared for.
It's my favorite thing to do to people.
Yeah, I'm glad you did it to me and not Rachel.
Yes, thank you.
I'm also having a Pilsner as well.
The Pilsner is
amazing. Yeah, the Pilsner is fantastic. I'm a big dark Czech lager fan as well, so...
Where are you taking Nost?
We're the Fooders. No,
Ultimate goal would be to have fooders. That would be awesome. And in general, fooders are great.
Yeah, sure.
Russ,
Yeah.
Fooders are great, Russ.
But as with Nost as a brand, we're just kind of excited to bring our creations back to draft overall and kind of infiltrate our local scene a little bit more. Our style beers with Oozlefinch have always been a little bit heavy for some of the draft systems, so we've kind of expanded to different states and gone farther that way. But Nost is all about bringing it home and kind of returning to our local roots.
and beers that can have multiples up.
Yes. Very exciting for Tiffany because she has a problem.
I do not have a problem.
I mean, these people watch the show. They know you have a problem.
I can only drink 2 beers, let's be honest.
That's a problem.
That is a problem.
I think we have another guest coming up here in a little bit. I don't know if he'll talk to me or not, but we'll see.
And we have sequestered Logan on this couch to talk about some beer. So he is the assistant brewer to Rachel and has been here for a little over a year now.
Yep.
And is very excited to be working with her on Nost.
Very much so.
Yeah, so I guess what is your favorite kind of beer to drink, and are you going to brew that in a fooder?
We know we're heavy on the fooder talk.
Right, I'm sorry.
Yes. Favorite style? I love lagers. Obviously, Italian style lagers, right? Pilsners. If we could get fooders, that would be awesome.
Russell.
Russell. So you've been brewing for how long?
Commercially, for no time, and on my own for probably 2 years.
Nice.
A little over 2 years.
What's your favorite beer to brew, though?
Oh man, that's right.
That's always a tough question.
I know.
I hate
I like
jeopardy
brewing
on this one.
IPAs, honestly.
Okay.
Because you don't have, it's not a long brew day.
Right.
But you get to add a bunch of random shit to it if you want, you know?
Correct.
You could add some hops. You can add some coriander. You can add some...
Let's not get out of hand. No, wait, hold on.
You can add whatever you want, you know?
Sure.
IPAs are in the eye of the beholder nowadays.
Yep.
So you can add a little bit of whatever, and as long as it has hops in it, it's still going to come out decent.
No, but thanks for following along with us. Logan, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
Great.
So that being said, I want to thank Rachel for stopping by. Well, that being said, we're not going to take any more of Russ's time. We got a big night ahead of us. And by that, I mean Russ has a big night ahead of him. So we're going to be here all night chatting with some folks at the Nost kind of soft release party. So we'll check back in a little bit and see you then. Thanks, Russ.
Sweet. Thank you.
Nah, I'm worried about you.
Why?
Because I don't have a brand. Jesus Christ.
I don't have a brand
I'm
either.
worried about you.
I just make
Oh,
beer.
you got a brand, sweetheart. With these things on, you got a brand.